There's a specific kind of guilt that hits late at night. You promised yourself you'd sleep early. Then you check the time. 2:37 a.m. Your alarm is set for tomorrow, and still, you don't turn off the light. People say, just go to bed. But if it were that simple, you wouldn't be here right now. Staying up late isn't always a bad habit. For many minds, it's a psychological signal. And tonight, we're breaking down why some people feel most alive when the world is asleep. Psychologists call people like this evening chronotypes, or night owls. Their internal clock is naturally shifted later. They feel sleepy later, wake up later, and often reach peak focus in the evening, not the morning. So when the world expects productivity at 9 a.m., their brain is barely online. But when everything quiets down at night, their mind finally logs in. For many late sleepers, night doesn't feel like extra time. It feels like the only time that truly belongs to them. During the day, you're responding. Messages, work, family, expectations. At night, notifications slow down. The noise fades. And in that silence, your mind can finally breathe. It's not about avoiding sleep. It's about finally having space. That quiet makes late nights powerful. Many people feel more creative, focused, and mentally free after dark. Writing flows. Ideas connect. Games feel immersive. YouTube spirals feel endless. Without pressure or interruption, the brain slips into deep focus. That's why just one more episode turns into hours. You're not chasing content. You're stretching the moment where your mind feels uninterrupted. Psychologists have a name for this: revenge bedtime procrastination. It's when you stay up late on purpose to reclaim personal time after a day that felt controlled by work, school, or other people's needs. You know tomorrow will hurt, but going straight from obligations to sleep feels worse. So you steal time from your own rest. But there's a trade-off. Research shows night owls are more likely to experience anxiety, low mood, and something called social jet lag, when your body clock and alarm clock are constantly fighting. You feel it in foggy mornings, broken promises to fix your schedule, and nights where overthinking gets louder the later it gets. Late at night, the mind often processes emotions it didn't have time for during the day. That's why worries feel heavier after midnight. Problems grow louder. Regrets replay. The same night that feels safe and quiet can also become mentally intense. And the more exhausted you are, the harder it is to regulate those thoughts. Here's the important truth. Staying up late doesn't mean you're lazy or broken. Part of it is biological. Part of it is psychological, a need for control, creativity, or emotional space. But the same habit that protects your sanity can quietly drain your energy if it becomes the only place you feel free. This isn't about becoming a 5 a.m. grind person. It's about understanding why your brain resists bedtime. Maybe you need better boundaries during the day. Maybe you need small pockets of rest before midnight, so night doesn't feel like your only escape. And maybe you need to stop calling yourself a failure for having a late-wired mind and start working with it more gently. If you always stay up late, you're not alone, and you're not weird for feeling more alive when everyone else is asleep. Your mind probably found its own way to carve out freedom in a demanding world. The goal isn't to shame yourself into sleeping earlier. It's to understand why night feels so powerful and how to protect both your peace and your health. If this helped you feel understood, hit like, subscribe for more psychology breakdowns, and share this with that friend who always says, "I'll sleep early tonight," and never does.